to a QLB Media Group podcast.
That's right. Keep them kitty cats wet. This is We Just Talking Ish. Wet edition. Wet edition. I can't even really just tell you what just happened before I hit record, but just know, fellas, I'm one lucky host. If you don't know, and this is the first time you are watching or listening, I am Q.
Do you remember who you are?
Yeah, I'm at the bottom. We got a new view here. I'm at the bottom, and my upper left hand should be Rosa, and then my upper right hand should be
Patria.
I'm so sorry, Patria. And if you didn't know, now you know, nigga.
Hey y'all.
And on this episode, if you believe in it or not, we are all experiencing it. We are experiencing the Mercury Retrograde. And before we get into it, I must say, probably like many out there, don't really believe in it. But after reading what I read, which I'm trying to find, so I can read it to y'all, I was like, yo, maybe I need to consider it, because it said the Mercury Retrograde, which is between September 9th and October 2nd. Is that correct?
Yes.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah, technically. You got a shadow, what's that? The shadow period afterwards and the shadow period before and after.
What I saw, which made me want to do this episode, was it says, we may have already noticed that our closest relationships are being tested to the max. Mercury is a messenger and a highly skilled trickster, like me, but a different kind of trickster, and is notorious for causing communication chaos and confusion. Expect shenanigans to continue as Mercury is in its element, living up to its disruptive and troublesome reputation. Whatever may occur during this time is worth remembering. Mercury is the divine intervention we didn't know we needed. It allows us to see how people truly feel about us and who is or is meant to play an important role in our lives. It says what to expect. Time seemingly going extremely slow or fast, which mine is, I'm not even getting to it yet. Dreams about the past, old memories resurfacing, canceled plans, delays, technology malfunctions, thanks iOS 16, cross wires, and miscommunication and misunderstanding. I'm pretty sure there's more. Mercury Retrograde. This episode is that damn retrograde. Let's go. Sound effects. Boom, boom, bang, boom. Come on.
Okay, so what you read is basically accurate, but there are some details that they left out, so I'll fill those in.
Because Teacher Bay.
Hold on,
Teacher Bay don't need a retrograde to
mess with your life.
But anyway.
But hold on, don't forget that it's not just Mercury retrograde. We got a total of 7 planets.
Well, yeah, we currently have 7 planets retrograde, and that's one reason why it's more intense. And the Mercury retrograde happens every 3 to 4 months.
Yeah.
And it retrogrades and takes on the traits of whatever zodiac sign we're currently in. And while what you read said that Mercury is in its element, it's because Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Gemini is also ruled by Mercury. And the last retrograde we had, which was at the end of the May to the middle of June, was in Gemini. And there was a bunch of stuff happening. If you go back, like between Memorial Day and Father's Day, there was some stuff popping off during that time as well. And it says that Mercury is in its element right now being in Virgo. It's because Virgo is about perfection and fixing problems and solving problems and making things right where they're wrong. So a lot of karma is at play right now. So if you play dirty, you about to get it. If you've played good, you've got to get it. And then we're moving into Libra season officially tomorrow. And so Mercury is still retrograde. So it'll take on some traits of Libra, which is about balance, fairness, justice, all of those things.
So it's all around. So it's not just, when I read what I just read, y'all, I was thinking negative.
Oh, no.
But what you just stated lets me know that it can be positive, because I did have a talk and we did get on the same page again.
That page is going to be off again because you don't start. you don't do
nothing in the retrograde.
You do everything that has RE in front of it. Review, renew, reinvest.
Fire.
Like that's what everything is about, return. So you don't start anything new. You don't end anything. You don't make any final decisions. You don't sign contracts. You shouldn't get married during this time. You shouldn't get divorced this time. You shouldn't start a relationship. You shouldn't end a relationship. You should not, because you're going to have to go back and review it later on once the energy has straightened itself out. And again, the retrogrades happen every 3 to 4 months. So the next one will start as we're getting ready to head in the new year. It'll start in December. And the retrograde will go through January at some point. So that's the next one. So it happens every 3 to 4 months. And if you wonder why you want to hear old songs all of a sudden, or you hear a lot of old songs all of a sudden, or you're in the grocery store or whatever, and you run into an old neighbor, an old classmate, a random ex, or somebody you haven't talked to in a long time calls you, it's because of the retrograde energy. It's what it is. You wonder why traffic is so bad during this time, why you see more accidents during that time. It all has to do with Mercury retrograde. It's 10 times more intense now because we have other planets retrograding, but the one we feel the most as a people is Mercury, because it deals with, as the little message you had, it deals with communication, electronics, travel, your mail gets delayed, money can get delayed, lines are longer everywhere, you have to wait more.
My packages
you think
is
you're gonna
delayed.
have to go this way and you got to change your plans, and I canceled. I thought I called you and told you that. Well, the text didn't come through, or you misunderstand each other while you're talking. This all has to do with Mercury being in retrograde. This stuff happens all the time, but it's worse and more pronounced in these 3 to 5 weeks if you count the shadow period a week before the retrograde starts and a week after. So it started September
why is
the
your
9th.
Head cut off? It's gonna make the reels look really.
She's sitting really close.
Is this better?
Yes, the men were saying they like bosoms, so they want to see everything.
Lord.
Well, let me fix them.
And with this new view, you can see all of us at the same time. Yes, it is.
Q?
Anyway, this is why
I'm finna beat my meat after this episode.
Get him,
sir.
I'll kind of slow.
Anyway, back to what we were talking about. But not even what you said that there was all things that were going to be bad when it came to the retrograde. Because it said divine intervention that we didn't know we needed. So those are the good things that comes about. Right. You learn a lot of lessons during this time.
Absolutely.
A lot of things are revealed to you at this time. Now,
revealed, you see that?
Yeah,
R-E?
revealed to you, because that's what happens. I mean, you got to have a point to show, okay, once it's revealed to you, then what? What's your next step? So that's basically what the Mercury retrograde is all about. It's about saying, okay, what's your next step? How you gonna proceed with this information that I've just revealed to you? So that's what it's not all about being bad. And a lot of people, I do think when they hear it, okay, Mercury's in retrograde, that's why everything's happening. Your world gets shook up, so we gonna blame it on being bad? No, it's shook up because you needed to be shaken for a minute. As long as you don't get shaken baby syndrome, you good. That's it.
And once I started studying the Mercury retrograde in 2013. And so I used to dread when it would happen, because I would just be like, oh, I know my phone ain't gonna work. The fax machine at work ain't gonna act right. The computer's gonna mess up. It's gonna be car wrecks everywhere. It's gonna be traffic jams. It's gonna be miscommunication. And that's all that would happen. But when I stopped and said, well, okay, the retrograde is coming. So now you don't have to be in your feelings if you gotta wait in the line a little longer, because you already know it's gonna be like that. Or if your phone do something weird, or it's cutting off, or the check engine light pop on in your car and nothing's been wrong with your car, now you don't get upset because what energy you're in, and you know how to navigate. I already know I'm not going to make any plans. I'm not going to buy no car. I'm not going to start anything. I'm not going to look for anything new or buy nothing new or update my electronics or anything during that time. I'm going to wait. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have more grace with the people that I'm talking to, because I know it's more than likely we may argue and not understand each other. So if I'm in a conversation, it's not going well, I'm going to put a pin in it and say, hey, let's come back to this when the energy is a little clearer. I'm not going to take it out personally because I know what season we're in. And so like Rosa said, it's not, oh, it's the retrograde, it's negative, it's just going to be so bad, I can't wait till it's over. You just have to know what you're up against and adjust accordingly and get the lessons and the messages that you're supposed to be getting during that time. It's always good to review. And it's almost like, you know how you do the 90-day review? Retrogrades happen every 90 to 100 or so days. So you're supposed to do your quarterly review. It's a part of your quarterly review so you can adjust. It's a reason why seasons change when signs change. The first day of fall was yesterday? And we go into Libra season tomorrow. March 20th is usually the first day of spring. March 20th, 21st, that's when Pisces season go to Aries season. All of this stuff is literally connected if you really stop to pay attention. That's how the farmers knew when to plant and when to harvest. Based on the moon, that's why you got a harvest moon, a strawberry moon. It's a reason why it's all of that. It's a reason why the seasons change when the signs change. It's a reason why people are born during a certain time of year, why they act a certain way. All of this stuff is like right there. And people try to make a big deal out of it like it's fake, like it's trending, like it just got started. Stop and pay attention. You want to talk about God is everything. God created all this stuff. He gave us the blueprint, but we just overlook it.
Strawberry was amazing.
So I was looking at something on TikTok because it was
you want a strawberry in a full moon.
It was more like a chocolate strawberry.
I was trying to cut him off.
It was dipped.
I was trying to cut him off, friend.
I heard him.
I just went quick enough.
Insider.
So
you had to be here, people. Insider.
I was looking at before we started tonight. I was looking at a thing called the Orisha gods. You know, I'm all for the Orisha gods. I love the Orisha gods. And I was looking at maybe Yomoya. Yes.
Yemiya.
Oya.
Queen of the Ocean.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, and Oya. That's my other favorite. The warrior goddess.
Frida Pink. Is that name Frida? You got Isis, Lilith, Oshun, Yemiya, Oya. I got a tank with all their names on it. They were going through all the African deity stories, and you know, and they were talking about they bust out and said, do y'all remember when the moon and the sun had a relationship and how they ended up separating because the moon, who's the female, which I was like, okay, that makes sense for me, decided to have another lover with a comet that came through. The moon and the sun had a relationship. It was a beautiful relationship. Nice. They created many, many children, which were the stars. Cool. And when they decided the sun was upset and couldn't make the moon decide to not have the lover anymore. So he got mad and they were arguing. So some of the children went with the moon, some of the children went with the sun. And when when the children get to arguing because they're bickering about the parents, that's when you have the thunder and the lightning. That's Thor and them.
So, and whenever you have an eclipse, that's when the actual sun and moon are fighting with them. They are fighting it, just them. So, but they said if the sun ever convinces the moon to come back, we will lose the moon.
We can't do that.
No, because I can't lose her. That's where all my energy and power
Orange
come
Moon
from.
by Erykah Badu.
Ooh.
That is one of my absolute favorite songs of all time. And it speaks about her being the moon and her man being the sun. And she says, he rules the day, I rule the night.
The night.
I'm an orange moon. I'm brighter than before.
Yes.
And I shine so bright because I reflect the light of my son. I praise the day he came my way and smiled at me. He gets to smile. and I get to be orange like I like to be. How good it is. How God it is.
Now,
How good it is.
Look, girl. don't start
That's
with
my
it.
song.
Look, so I'm finna tell y'all something that it has helped me to, because I had some technology issues, of course, but I haven't had any actual, I can say, issues or problems, or because I ain't got them. I don't have any relationships for them to bother with, so there's that. So it's the ones within that are being, so my emotions have been all over the place. My feelings have been all over the place. I have felt heavy. I felt, and even though I went to the pool, since I couldn't find me no natural body water, I went to the pool last weekend, and
he made you send no pictures. That's why he said. It's barbecue.
That's okay. Right. Go on, send it in the group chat.
Yes, please. I like to dilly dally.
I didn't take any pictures this time. I got y'all. But I have a whole playlist of affirmations, of musical affirmations. And there's this one, I don't want to mispronounce her name, so let me say it right. Coax Marie, Coax Marie.
I don't know her, girl. You have to send her to me.
Oh yeah, it's one of my favorites. Is I Am Worthy, I Forgive You. I play that one a lot. I have to play that song. Play that one a lot. I don't have to explain. Oh, not perfect, but divine.
When I like it,
I'm gonna have to send it to you, because baby, when I found I Am Enough. That's another one that I play all the time. I Am Enough.
Is she enough, you?
Rose is definitely enough.
Thank you, love.
Enough for what?
Yeah.
Yeah, be quiet.
Yeah.
Just stay quiet. But yeah, I have that I have so many others that are on that playlist, and I have found myself playing that playlist literally.
So you're staying grounded in the retrograde, and that's
trying to.
Yeah.
It's not working as much as I want it to, but it's working. It's working. It's getting me. I'm not overboard. I'm not in tears, but I have distanced myself from people, and I tried, I told them, I said, look, right now, I just need y'all to be okay with me being not okay right now. Let me mentally get myself together. Once I do that, then I'll be right back. But right now, I mean, because it's some days, with everything that's going on with me, in my house, it's just like, it's just like I'm trying to focus and stay cheerful about things. But it's like during this Mercury Retrograde, it's like, let that shit out. Let it out. So I find myself some days just wanting to cry. And I'm like,
cry.
I don't, it's literally, I don't have the time. I really don't have the time.
If you gonna go cry in the shower,
I got work. I got the kids.
Go cry in the shower.
Girl, look, when I'm taking a shower, I'm rushing, taking my shower to hurry up and get to the next place.
You see it cute. She was about to demonstrate how she lifted under there. With the soap.
I do. I be scrubbing it.
The soap just, the visual right now.
Yeah.
The visual.
Oh my God.
And look, my hat says exactly what I be meaning.
What is it?
Fuck tomorrow.
Oh Lord Jesus. Why fuck tomorrow?
Because thank you. That's what the meaning for me is.
Oh, okay. We ain't talking about the same kind. But
I get that.
We are, but I just ain't been able to.
I got that. You had some questions.
Yes, one in particular. Going back to this, what I read, it states that, okay, so I just got a question. It said it allows us to see how people truly feel about us and who is or isn't meant to play an important role in our lives. But you said earlier that
to this retrograde because of the signs, because it's retrograding in Virgo and Libra. That's not always the case.
If I'm reading that, does that mean okay, I saw how such and such treated me, she needs to get gone?
No, it's just something for you to consider. Again, you don't make any major decisions during the retrograde. Like Rosa brought up earlier, it reveals it reveals things for you to review and then make a plan on what's been revealed to you, so that once the retrograde is over, then you can act on it. Okay. The retrograde is the time for you to go within and to observe and watch.
So this just exposes everything into the light, and then
brings it to the light.
And then when it's over with, I can go and see what I'm going to do with this information.
That's exactly right.
Yes,
exactly right.
This is like the pause.
Remember, I told you
like the pause.
Remember, I told you just, right before the retrograde started, during the shadow period, I had 3 people come to apologize, for things that I was not expecting.
Well, here goes 4. Look, I'm sorry.
For what?
I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to eat that cat before you left.
Oh, hell. What?
I'm sorry.
And you are forgiven, my son.
Maybe we can revisit.
No, we won't be reviewing or revisiting that.
Well, I just got curved here on episode 4 of season 2.
We won't be reviewing or revisiting.
The chaos and the confusion that I have right now.
They wild over here. I try to keep them saintly and safe, but it doesn't go well.
If you haven't noticed on this season, I am trying my best to get me some Rosa.
He is, y'all. He working real hard. I support his efforts as well.
Your unhealed ass better stay away from me.
and that never fails too. Every damn episode.
You get sent to therapy by Rosa. Now what if you go and get healed? Then what, Rosa? Then you gonna give him a chance?
He ain't gonna even want me then. He gonna be healed. He gonna be like,
what you putting in your mouth, Q?
Cooking.
What kind of cookie?
Not the kind of cookie he want.
Y'all ain't right. Y'all are not right. But yeah, so every retrograde takes on the trait of whatever sign it's in. And so that'll be the bigger focus. And then when you want to get more detailed, it takes on the characteristic of the sign that it's in, and it will affect you based on where that sign falls within your personal zodiac sign. So everybody didn't experience the same challenges in the same way during the retrograde, because you have to consider your sign as well as the sign that it's retrograding in, and how those signs are related to your sign. So like for Taurus, since we're all Taurus, it's retrograding in Virgo and Libra. Virgo and Libra are our 5th and 6th house.
I think Taurus is already plural.
And our house of balance and health. So it's dealing with us to reconsider, shut up, Q, what we're passionate about, how we express love and how we express that passion, as well as how we balance our day-to-day lifestyle routines, as well as our health routines.
Like I told y'all, we got a new view. So just look at Rosa, just looking at her phone, planning her little dick appointment.
I was looking for something that, according to this,
to the teacher walking right here, as she's trying to school us.
I was trying to find something that went along with it.
Everybody can see everything now.
I was trying to see my notes that I had.
Well, you can't see what I'm doing. You just see my arm move.
I do. Down there underneath.
Anyway.
No bad.
No, I got brown.
Okay. All right.
Q.
I am not finna deal with him today. I'm not. I don't know.
Do you have any more questions for me?
No, that was really it. Because I didn't want to read what I read and take it negative and be ready just to get fire some people.
No, don't do it.
No, don't do none of that.
The second week of October, you're gonna be on the phone. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I was in my feelings. You can make a hasty decision, but just know you're gonna have to go back in a couple of weeks and redo it if you make any kind of big decision.
So what's the next retrograde all about?
This one will be in Capricorn.
Oh Lord.
And, Capricorn is a high-minded sign. They're very intellectual, no bullshit.
That's my daughter.
Business before pleasure, always.
They're she's very introverted.
Yeah, it's straight to the point. They don't really fool with a lot of people. So this is going to be that'll probably be a retrograde where you'll be cutting out all the BS in your life. Like you'll be considering like, why am I dealing with this situation? Why am I dealing with this person? I'm about to let it go. It's not serving me any real purpose.
I can't let me go.
And it's happening as we're going into the new year. So people like to try to do that anyway. Even though they say they're cutting off this.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to be doing this. No, my New Year's resolution.
Right. So it's going to be a lot of that. But because it's a retrograde, a lot of the people that say whatever they cutting off right there,
they gonna actually cut it off.
It'll be back on. So I wouldn't even make any resolutions in January. I don't make resolutions in January anyway, because the true New Year actually starts in March when it's spring, because we're in winter during that time. And that's when everything is dead and nothing is growing again anyway. March is the real New Year. But people like to say the New Year is January, but it's not. And if you try to start anew in January, specifically this time, due to the retrograde, you're going to have to go back and amend some things by February already. So I'm not even trying to be a hater or be funny, but you know how people like to get engaged around Christmas and New Year's? A lot of those couples won't even get to the planning stage. They'll either postpone the wedding altogether or they'll be broken up by the time February and March come around.
If you were watching or listening to this, really just watching, and you had that situation happen to you, please let us know, because I need to know if this shit be more truer than true, because I'm already like slick believing it. It's hard not to. It's hard not to when I
tell the truth.
Right. It's hard not to believe it when I'm reading it and I'm like, yo, this is too spot on.
Because it is. I mean, there's no reason not to. The only reason why people
know how people
the only reason why you don't
the
want
devil's
to
work.
And again, they
call it the devil's work because they were afraid to dive into it. That's all. They didn't understand it. Things that people fear and don't understand.
It's because
they try to make it evil.
It's because they were told that this is the one thing and it ain't.
Got it. Well, that's why men don't understand women, so all of y'all are evil. That makes sense.
Oh, okay. Well, stay away from my evil ass, because I can be mine too.
I'm toxic.
That much we know. Toxic as hell.
I'm embracing your evil ass.
No.
Yeah.
You gotta jump up there to embrace her.
I don't care.
Rosa, girl. You know, I told you one of my rules is you gotta be bigger than my kids to fool me. So I went over to Q house to get the laptop, and I sent Malachi over to meet Q. So Malachi walk up to Q like, what that? What she feed is up? Like I told you, my kid's big. Yeah, he 5'10" and he 14.
I ain't had no shoes on.
Really, like it would have mattered.
He had on some Nike slides too, Q.
His Nike slides were different from my Nike slides.
They had no lifts in them.
My Nike slides from 20s.
He didn't have on Air Force Ones, so them the ones that lift them up. He had on some Nike slides just like you did.
Look, sir, my
his
sons
Nike slides
are 6'5".
From like 2022. Mine's are all worn out. Like
my sons are 6'1", no 6'2", and 6'5".
Look,
so yeah.
Look.
And Malachi well on his way.
And look, my oldest daughter is about 5'7", and the other one, she a little short thing, but she over there listening, so I can't say that out loud.
She my height. She 5'5", or she Q height 5'3".
She 5'3" and a quarter, baby. She grew a whole quarter this year.
That's my baby boy. My baby boy 5'3".
I'm 5'6" and some change. Stop doing that.
No, you're 5. We were sitting together on the Main Look podcast.
First of all, my chair was broke and my guy fixed your chair. My chair was sloping down, and your booty meat is way much bigger than my booty meat. So of course you're gonna sit higher.
You know, my loctician said that today. She was like, Patria, how tall are you? I was like, I'm 5'5". She was like, I'm 5'5". But the way you sit in this chair, I'm convinced that people with big booties sit up higher in their chairs because
they most definitely do. They most definitely do.
But okay.
I don't either. I don't agree. Y'all
be booty bashing me. I'm gonna go cry in the corner.
I was definitely sitting beside two thickums during that episode.
Yeah, my girl is thick.
Kevin, you picked one. You got you one right there, Doc. Boy.
I could not with you.
Then she
so Q, we're gonna put a reminder in for us to kind of review anybody that get engaged around New Year's Eve and Christmas and see what they looking like by February.
Mm-hmm.
February,
yes,
March.
I'm actually really gonna pay attention to, because that's when all that stuff starts happening on Facebook, and I'm gonna start paying attention to those people and making notes and going back to their page to see if they follow through.
Yep.
With these engagements.
I'm telling you, I'm not being funny or wishing that on anybody. I'm just literally looking at the timing of it. And when they talk about timing is everything, it's really everything. And we have tools like the retrograde to know when we should or should not pull the trigger on certain things. Just wait a couple weeks. We know everybody like instant gratification, but sometimes you just wait a couple weeks.
Well, looks like this retrograde is working overtime before we end this one. Is working definitely overtime for Nia Long.
Oh, I just heard about that.
The Facebook committee, the social media committee, is stating that she shouldn't be cheated on, as if she's not normal like the rest of the world.
Well, I mean, baby,
looks have nothing to do with
do with it.
But hold on, I'm gonna say this. Society, and I'm going to say, seeing as how men like to create certain things, if you're a certain beauty standard, then supposedly you wouldn't be cheated on if you weren't this and you weren't that. These are things that have been said. We have proven time and time again that that's a lie.
That has nothing to do with it. He chose
Jay-Z
to
cheated
do that.
on Beyonce. Nia Long got cheated on. Halle Berry done got cheated on. Hell, Halle Berry got beat up.
Shit, I'm fine, and I got cheated on.
I got cheated on.
I got cheated on.
Like, so, we're all human. And everybody's a man and a woman. So guess what? You could be cheated on or you could be cheated.
And just because you're so-called, a certain look or aesthetic doesn't mean that you're exempt from it.
Or a certain status, because you have money and you're famous and there's so many people.
If that was the case, then a lot of these celebrities would be married to the first person they were married to.
Exactly.
Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie. There's that one. Tom Cruise and Katie. Come on now.
Holmes. Yeah.
Katie Holmes, yeah. I mean, all these people were
Jennifer and Ben, they get back.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm worried about her. I really am. Because, baby, if you go back to him, as long as she don't go back to Diddy, she'll be all right.
Oh, Diddy. That was a wild relationship.
Ooh, baby. It almost cost her everything.
All it took was one shooting in the club.
I'm out.
I'm not Jenny from the block no more. Holla.
Take that.
Take what?
That's what Diddy says. Take that.
Oh.
Take that.
What?
What? Nobody think about Diddy.
That's what he was probably telling them when he was giving her that dick. Take that. And I want y'all to take this episode and share it and all that other good stuff like that.
And post it and
share, post,
comment, subscribe.
Hey, shout out to Amber because she comment on everything. We appreciate
it. We love you, Amber.
Thank you.
Does anybody know Amber? Who's and who does
whoever
Amber
belongs to? Thank you.
She's not your friend? She's not you? I guess that's me then. That's me.
So.
I think
you
that's
just
me.
Take her because what?
I think she's on my Facebook page, but I thought she was on my Facebook page because of you, Patria. Now you saying you don't know her. So yeah. All right.
Thank you, Amber.
We don't care. We love her.
Right.
I don't care where she came from.
We like her. Comment, keep it. Tell your friends and tell them to comment too. We like it.
Yes, we do.
We
really
like
do. I can't wait for next week's episode. Thanks, Rosa, for bringing that up.
Oh, yes. Because I was like, oh, yeah, we need to do this one.
Because we can talk about both sides of that. And how they act on social media about one being better than the other, which is not the case. But y'all, it's called Fuck That Job entrepreneurship versus a 9 to 5. That's going to be the topic for next week. I'm excited to talk about it.
1, 2, 3.
Just get tickled by that. So, yeah. Mercury Retrograde, ladies and gentlemen. That damn retrograde. Episode 4 of season 2. Yeah, season 2. You probably new listening like, yo, they got a season 2. Like, yeah, the link is on wejusttalkingish.com. So much simple.
Yes.
Instead of all this // backwards, hop, skip, and a jump text,
I
you
like
have
that
to
kind of
put in
stuff.
there.
I like that kind of carrying on forward slash.
Yeah. Let me.
Dot and at.
Rosa, stand up.
I will not.
Why you see? You see I'm petting the microphone? It's that bad, ladies and gentlemen. It's that bad out there in Dustville.
Shut the hell up.
But why you trying to get to this
Day
so bad?
300.
It's so bad out there.
Thank you. You trying so hard to get out here though.
1, 2, 3.
I am.
Working overtime.
Just to see the sights.
What sites are those?
Sight of that. Ass jiggling.
Just log out.
Goodbye, Q.
Press record, unrecord, or stop, whatever shit. Just let it go.
Good night, all. This is We Just Talking Ish podcast.
Oh shit.
Press stop, Q. Damn.